All right. Hi, I'm meteorologist Alexandra Cranford in WWL Louisiana's forecast center, and we're getting you just the latest information on what's happening with our weather. This is rainfall totals that we're looking at for the next few hours. You can see up to about 2 to 4 inches of rain, and we have already had some rain. I'll show you our totals in a second, but right now we're looking at the cloudy skies. We've certainly had some showers and a couple of storms passing through, but going pretty fast from the south to the north and northeast. It's kind of warmer than it has been. Our temperature lower 60s right now. And look at this. Our winds east southeast sustained 22 mile per hour winds there. So certainly a windy day. You can kind of feel it's unsettled. We certainly have storms out there as well. Our temperatures are in the 60s, and just wanted to point out it's blank at Slidell, the lakefront, and Macomb. There's been an FAA outage, so they are working to get that online again. But for now, we don't have information coming in from these sites. But again, that's a big kind of government thing that they're looking into so they can get these numbers back up at these different sites. It was an outage for many spots across the southern tier of the U.S. Look at these winds. These are coming in from the southeast, sustained near 22 miles per hour, but gusting near 35 miles per hour. So certainly a windy setup for today, and we'll likely see those winds continue very gusty through this afternoon and into tonight. Here is our live radar and satellite imagery, and you can see we do have some pockets of some storms. We are looking at a big kind of ugly mass of rain around Morgan City, and there's a lot of lightning with this cell as well. This is moving off to the north, so it will likely within, it's 3:05 right now, within maybe the next half hour to hour get south of Baton Rouge, maybe toward Gonzales, and then we'll see if it continues to track into parts of Tangipahoa Parish toward maybe 5 p.m., probably closer to 5 p.m. or so. Now, we also in the red box, including Lafayette to Morgan City, have a tornado watch. Not issued for southeast Louisiana and coastal Mississippi just yet. And so far, we haven't had a lot of severe weather, although we did have briefly a severe thunderstorm warning for this cell that passed around the Kenner area and just west of Kenner, with some hail. So we do have the threat of some hail along with the chance for some heavy rain. And of course, the big thing we'll be watching a higher chance for damaging wind gusts and maybe even a couple of tornadoes. This is our North Shore scene. We do have some downpours around Picayune, and now I've put on the lightning tracker. So look at this around Morgan City. There is just a ton of lightning with this cell. So clearly some strong thunderstorm action there. And we're seeing this probably beginning to spread toward our area, getting through this afternoon and into this evening. Although, again, it's good that the tornado watch is not out for us at this point. And look at that. Just as I'm pointing out that cell, there's a new severe thunderstorm warning there. So that's around the Morgan City area. What we were thinking, though, is that this warm front was going to move through, but it is actually still right along our coast. So if it does not move through during this peak heating time that we have in the next few hours, we may have our severe threat limited a little bit. So that could be a good thing since it's not really rushing in here as fast as was, possible earlier today. We also have a big surface low. There's a big swirling upper low as well that's going to be driving all of this rain through. Wanted to give you a quick update on your timeline. So we're at 3:06 right now. Next few hours, we'll have our first round of rain, or it's really ongoing right now. So scattered showers, some storms. There could be a few severe storms. Again, hail and damaging wind gusts, the highest likelihood. But if they start rotating, that would probably prompt a tornado warning. So just a heads up for that. We'll actually get a lull in the rain later tonight. So I have it between roughly 8 to maybe 10 or 11 p.m. We're going to have most of the afternoon storms finished by then, but still waiting on the main line of storms. Still windy, though, at that time. I have midnight to about 2 a.m. It might start to edge in some of our spots around 11 p.m. But again, midnight to 2, kind of the squall line, the actual line itself. Some could be severe, and then we're drying out after about 2 and 3 a.m. and staying windy. Today's forecast, this is our forecast moving through. You can see the afternoon high chance for the rain. That's what we're seeing right now. A dip in the rain chance, again, after sunset for a few hours, and then it goes right back up after roughly 10 p.m. and toward midnight. And by 2, 3 a.m., it's all moving out, and you can see our Rain chance around 4 a.m., maybe 30–40%. And then by early tomorrow, it will only be about 20%. These are our south wind speeds, and you can see up to about 25+ miles per hour sustained. We might see some gusts, maybe toward 40 or 50 miles per hour. So that's enough to cause a couple power outages. Maybe we'll see, hopefully not, but also a few tree branches could be blown down from gusts like that. And again, that's non-thunderstorm wind. Just our gradient has set up very tight, and so that's why we have those strong winds. Let's look at precision cast. This is starting roughly right now. It's doing an okay job. It actually has a big cluster, not so much at Morgan City, but a little farther east. So not doing a perfect job, of course, but moving toward 5–6 p.m. You can see some of our spots starting to dry out a little bit, and then we might get a few hours, as I said, that are quieter. This is 11 p.m. though, and boom, here we have the line starting to move in again, maybe reaching Baton Rouge at that point, although exact timing could be a little different. We'll move forward to about midnight and 1 a.m. and the line may be breaking up a touch. North and south of the lake still getting some rain, and then this is by 2 and 3 a.m. It's out of here. We're drying out. We're still windy, and we get the cooler air for early tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be starting the day around 50 or so, and then this takes us through the day. We'll have clearing skies, windy and cool kind of feel, so very different for tomorrow compared to today with our clouds and rain. So we do have a couple of these big alerts out still, even though, as I said, we may just kind of continue with these. You know, they're definitely thunderstorms, strong thunderstorms, but we will see how much the severe risk is able to increase this afternoon if we don't get that warmer hit of air moving in. So again, stay tuned. We'll keep you updated. We'll be watching everything really closely, but just not seeing widespread severe weather at all at this point. So that's a good thing. We could have some street flooding. Rain totals again, 1 to maybe 3 inches of rain. A few spots could get closer to 4. We also have the high wind warning out. This is from the National Weather Service. It goes officially till 3 a.m. tomorrow. It's the purple shaded area, so everyone all around us. And that's for those winds sustained nearing 30 or so miles per hour, but gusting to about 50+. And then with these south winds, they've really been pushing up the water along coastlines, and that will be the case for the next several hours. So those of you along our coastal spots know this is the kind of setup that can push those waters up along the shoreline. So we have a coastal flood advisory in the green, but a warning in the yellow. The green is about 1 to 3 feet higher than normal, and the yellow probably about 2 to 4 feet. That would be for today and probably ending by about midday tomorrow. Our winds will be shifting and becoming westerly as we move into tonight after we get the cold front. And tomorrow still looks windy, but not as gusty as today. Tomorrow we're talking about sustained winds, maybe near about 20 or 25 miles per hour. Gusts maybe between 30 and 40 or so miles per hour. Tomorrow looks cooler. We will have clearing skies. Our high temperature is probably hovering in the 50s, so a chilly day tomorrow. Again, we're watching everything really closely. Just be prepared. Keep your phone charged. Get your WWL app ready to pop up if you need to look at the radar for something. And of course, if you do have a warning, a tornado warning in particular, just be thinking in the back of your mind, where would I go? Where's that interior room where I would go if I were under a tornado warning, away from doors and windows? But again, hopefully we don't have a whole lot of those type of warnings, but certainly we'll be with you through this whole event, keeping you updated. So first wave of rain happening right now through the next few hours, a little lull after sunset through the next couple of hours after that, and then roughly 11 p.m. midnight, we get the line of strong storms moving in, and that one will have the potential for some severe weather too. And then we're drying out overnight. Tomorrow much cooler. Continue to stay with us. We'll have more updates, of course, coming up for you through the evening.